Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel. For today's daily draft, we are hoping to build upon the momentum that we had from Monday when we finally broke our trophy streak, got out of the losing streak and got a trophy. So we're going to hope to build on that today with 5 drafts of Bloomburrow left before set review season for Duskmorn House of Horrors happens in not this upcoming Monday, but the next Monday is the pre-release guide. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, you will absolutely want to be in preparation for set review season. My set reviews are always very highly viewed and very highly, very well received by the community as well. And I'm stalling a little bit because today's pick one is incredibly easy. We almost tried to splash this in a black-white deck a couple days ago, but couldn't make it happen. This card is insane. My only draft at my LGS of this format, I pick one to this and just went all in and had a pretty easy 3-0 trophy at the LGS. So we're going to start with Yigra and go from there. Now, to follow that up, we don't have great black cards, but Heaped Harvest is a kind of card that if we end up going something like Blue-Green Frogs, we could play a Heaped Harvest to help splash Yigra, which would actually, Heaped Harvest on 3 lets you cast a turn for Yigra. So I think that's where I'm going to go here. It's not the best card, but this pack also just isn't the best pack. There's a Flamecash Gecko, fine. Mind Whisker, fine in some blue decks. Longstalk Brawl, fine in green decks as well. But I think Heaped Harvest helps us with what we're already trying to do here. Ooh, Bandit's Talent this early in the draft? Well, works pretty well with the Heaped Harvest here. I mean, what else do we have? We have Head of the Homestead. There is a Consumed by Greed. As fun as this card seems for other people, I don't know if I want to be the one that tries to make it work. I think Consumed by Greed is just a generically good removal spell, and one I think I'm fine just taking here over Builder's Talent. If you're at home and you want to have a little fun, would not mind taking this card, but I think I'm just going to stay on track and go with the Consumed by Greed, and I guess we take a second one over Druid Glide Dive Duo here. I mean, not much else necessarily, so we'll take a second Consumed by Greed. There is now a second Heaped Harvest. Stocking the Pantry, I don't think so. It works pretty interestingly with Yigra, but I don't think that's what we want to do here. I don't know how many Heaped Harvests I would play, but 2 is probably fine depending on what we end up doing here. Black-green is always a deck you want to try to get into if you can. Okay, we got some fixing, as well as a random Rust Shield Rampager and a Dire Sight to fill the yard and draw some cards here. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and take the Hidden Grotto. I don't really feel like I need a random Rampager, and fixing is fine, especially if we don't know we're going to end up exactly black-green here. As proven by there really not being anything for much of anyone in this pack. I mean, we could go like blue-black splashing this, but that makes it harder with the harvest. So if we go like green-blue, but there's really no great green-blue cards here. Green-white. I mean, I guess I'll just take the random colorless card. It works relatively well with the food tokens, but it's not a card I really ever put into my deck. 3-tree mascot is fixing, but I don't think it's one we really need. There's a Rat Rogue, Thought Shucker. I mean, I'm not thrilled with really any of these options here. I guess I'll just take the random 2-drop. What wheeled here now? So we got the Plume-Creed Mentor back, Sonar Strike, Parting Gust. So there's some white cards that are wheeling. Night Whirl Hermit. Maybe, like I said, maybe we could go blue-black. I don't really see myself dipping into white necessarily yet. So let's take the Hermit. Okay, got a Psychic Whirl for blue-black. Lots of blue and black cards here. Light Shell Duo, Surveils. I'm not playing either of these cards in green-black. I guess I'll just take the random light shell duo. Look at that, Builder's Talent Wield. Why not? Let's take it. Really not much here. And last pick, Eddie Merc Crab. Interesting. Okay. So, if we think we could potentially build some sort of blue-black shell and wheel this Eddie Merc Crab, take a card like Dire Downdraft here. I mean, there's just another Heaped Harvest, a Wear Down, Thornplate Intimidator. These are just not good black-green cards, especially when I already have 2 Harvests here. Green has not proven to be open. And, I mean, I couldn't potentially take this crab and then maybe even wheel a Fountain Port Bell or something, fix for the Yigra. I think Blue-Black Spells is a deck. There's also Zoraline, but that's much more of a direct black-white bats card. Let's try and see if blue-black is where we need to be here. Okay, Nocturnal Hunger, Cash Grab, Lily Splash Mentor. I think I'm going to take the Hunger. I'm pretty sure black I want to be one of our main colors here. There's also an Uncharted Haven to note. I just think green, even if we take the Cash Grab, I don't think green is open enough. But kind of a blue-black removal control shell could be interesting. And now there's an Osteomancer Adept. Again, black being one of the cards I know we want to play. There are some good green cards here. So, I mean, we're giving up on like an Eddie Merc Crab, basically, if we decide to go back toward the Bushy Bodyguard. It is pretty good with Heaped Harvest. I think the Adept is going to go well in either deck that we're drafting here, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. Alright, another Eddie Merc Crab. Can we be Eddie Merc Crab.deck? There's a Dire Sight that could wheel. Everything else is not great. Clifftop Lookout, fine. We could just be Instants and Sorceries and Eddie Merc Crabs. And a Daggerfang duo to help fill our yard as well. So green is a lot more open from this direction. I just haven't really drafted this kind of blue-black control deck, and we're late enough in the format that it seems kind of interesting to do so. Here's an Uncharted Haven for fixing. I think I'll take that over the Psychic Whirl. Not much else here necessarily, so we'll take the fixing card. Another one, or Thornplate Intimidator, Finch Formation, there's a Sticky Tongue Sentinel. So we definitely could have been straight green-black, I think. I just think this deck seems a little bit more interesting and fun. It might not be as good. Mind Spiral. Okay, we'll take some card draw. I don't think it's going to be as good as straight green-black, but, I mean, it seems kind of fun. And we did not wheel the Eddie Merc Crab. Interesting. Okay. But we did wheel the Cash Grab. What's going on? Okay, I guess I'll take that and head back towards maybe a green-black shell. I thought the crab, if I got a last pick crab in pack 1 and I didn't wheel a pack 2 pick 1 crab, that's kind of strange. So we've got a couple of options here. We're going to have to make a decision pretty early on in pack 3. I took a lot of cards over green cards there, but I did wheel one of the Cash Grabs. The first pick of the second pack was Dire Downdraft over Cash Grab, but I got the Cash Grab anyway, so it's not really like I kind of didn't work out. And we get the Dire Sight as well, so yeah, some of the cards I would have taken over blue cards did end up coming back to us. Or over green cards, I mean. Okay, now there's a Thornvault Forager. Castrol I don't think is worth splashing as good as it is. Daggerfang duo, Baker's Bane duo. These are all very good cards here. I think I'm going to take the Daggerfang duo. Is that right? We don't really care about filling our yard so much if we're not playing these crabs, so then maybe Baker's Bane duo is better. This could potentially wheel. In that case, is Thornvault Forager better? I'm going to try Baker's Bane Duo over Thornvault Forger. I think that's a potentially controversial pick there. Then we'll take the Baker's Bane Duo here, and I think we're heading back towards just straight green-black. When I didn't wheel that crab, I got a little worried. So let's take the Baker's Bane Duo here. Well, yeah, I just don't think I'm doing it today. Yeah, so let's take the Daggerfang Duo. There is a Hazel's Nocturne. That could be nice. It could be nice on the wheel. Got to make sure I end up with enough playables here. I do have some fixing if I really do need to put in some blue cards here. Guess another Daggerfang Duo. Yeah, lots of blue, but none that would have been good in our deck. Another Baker's Bane Duo. All right, we're getting the black and green cards. We only have 16 playables right now, though, which is a little worrying. Didn't get any savers. Okay, there's a Scales of Shale. There's a Short Bow, a Tangle Tumbler. I guess I could potentially play this. Okay, Cultivator and Glide Dive Duo. The Cultivator I just don't find to be very relevant. I'm just going to go ahead and take a card that I think is actually relevant. Wow, what a pack here. Vinereap, Mentor, Swarm, and Convocation. I think I got to take the Mentor. The Swarm could be good. This card has ruined me, this format. 2 drops are great, though. So let's take that here. Maybe we splash a Mind Whisker if we have to. Double Banishing Light on the wheel. Huh. Alright, so we're definitely going to have to do some splashing here. Didn't quite get there. Interesting draft, for sure. Didn't know exactly which way to go. Saw some conflicting signals, but I'm going to go ahead and build this with a couple of splashes, more than likely, and I will see you after deck building. Alright, here's where I ended up, and this deck is certainly unique. It is suspect. It might not do particularly well, but I think it's pretty powerful. We've got some good cards. Double or triple Duo, Mentor, triple Daggerfang Duo to fill our yard. We've got Nocturnal Hunger, Splashed, Banishing Light, Consumed by Greed, 3 Harvests, and a Builder's Talent, because Builder's Talent does actually trigger twice on the second chapter with Heaped Harvest. And we've got 3 of these here. It works well with Banishing Light. It works with Foods off Cash Grab, Foods off Mentor, Foods off Duo. I mean, I've got the Harvester in the event that I mill myself a little bit too much. And some fixing. Only 1 Plains, but 2 Havens as well. This could be interesting. It's definitely a different kind of deck. It's kind of by necessity in the fact that I didn't really get there, but, you know, I'm here to kind of show off some potentially interesting different kind of decks as well. So this is what we're going to be running here today, and we'll see if it can do well in the queue. Don't forget about the sponsor and the partner of today's video, W Energy, which is an energy drink company that you can head over to w.gg if you are in the market for more energy drinks in your life, and use code DailyDraft for 10% off all of your purchases, which does kick back and support the channel. So if you are just making a purchase in your everyday life and you want to support the channel in doing so, that is the way to go about doing that. So thanks for your consideration, and I'll see you in game number 1. Okay, so this hand isn't great, but we do have a Hidden Grotto, and we're on the draw to help us get towards green and black mana. So I think I'm going to keep it for that reason, and just look for more mana here. Playing the Grotto on 1 might not have been great, but if I don't hit specifically a green, I can just play the Adept on 2 here. And then Daggerfang Duo on 3, and then off we go. And if I do hit a forest in the next 2 or 3 turns, Heaped Harvest will be good as well. So let's just play our creature here. Next turn I could play Mentor, or I could play Duo. More than likely just going to play duo, I would think. Okay, let's see if they block. It'd be okay trading here. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll play duo. Sure, we'll mill. Got closer to our next land, so that's not too bad. Sure, why not? What's the worst that can happen? Preserve our life total, because we got some good cards coming here once we hit some land drops. I think I need to hit my land drop here pretty badly, so I'm going to cast the cash grab and get the forest. Kind of took that turn off, but I had to make sure I hit the land drop. If we draw another forest, we can heaped harvest and one of these two, which would be pretty good. Got to watch out for counter spells here. So, yeah. I think I'm just going to cast this and see if they counter it. Okay. Take action. Get the forest, pass it back. I don't actually think we have a ton of foraging in this deck, except for the Adept. There's a Pawn Prophet. I'm worried a little bit about Dazzling Denial here, and I don't really want to get Yigra countered. So I think I might just do Mentor and Duo and sack the Harvest here. Because this would be pretty bad if we had that countered. And then next turn we can play around Dazzling Denial. And pass the turn. This is going to be a grindy deck. I mean, I can already see it coming here. We don't have like a ton of removal, but we got a lot of creatures to come up the board, plus a couple of bombs in the deck. I'd be fine trading Scribe with Mentor here. The only issue is if they can bounce a creature at instant speed. Oh, they've got nothing. Okay. Do I play around it again and just play the duo? Or do I play Yigra here? I think I'm going to play the duo. They could have Spellgyre, which is like just counter target spell for 4 mana. Let's do this. See if they do in fact counter it or not. No? Okay. I guess we attack with both. I don't know what they have here. I don't really need to be milling myself with the duos. What good does milling myself do in this deck? I don't even have a ton of foraging. Oh, I guess I have 2 consumed by greed, so maybe that's a reason. Sugarcoat. Okay. That's fine, because that means Yigra doesn't get sugar-coated. Go to damage. Play the duo. And now next turn we probably do just have to slam Yigra. And I feel like if they had a counterspell, they would have countered this. Or they're just really good and saving it for something better. I don't know. Pearl of Wisdom, draw 2. Okay. Guess we just go ahead and try to resolve this here. Sure. See if they have a trick or something. Get rid of Yigra. But they have to sack... Oh, they can sack this food. Sure, I'll put it on top. Don't see why I wouldn't. And a turn. Now next turn, all we can do is cast this again. We don't have the mana to cast either of these, but I think we'll be alright. Maybe they have Splash Portal or something to blink it here? I could have saved that to give 2 extra counters on Yigra, but honestly, the difference between an 8-8 and a 10-10 is really not going to make that much of a difference here, so... Eddie Mert Crab. Okay. Sure. Tap these down. Yep, that works. End the turn. I don't think I have a way to get rid of this enchantment. So sacking that for food might just be worth it at some point here. Okay, doing that with Pond Prophet. Getting to draw an extra card. Sure. Alright, in we go, I suppose. I mean, we have like infinite life in this matchup here. I think we still have 2 Heaped Harvests in the deck. Which is more food. Sure, can't really do anything about that. I'm sure they'll sack that for food. If only this had trample, that would be too good. As if it's not already good. Okay, this turns into a 14-14, I think. I don't really have a reason to mill myself anymore, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see why. And then we'll just play this. And our pack one, pick one is close to going the distance here. Ooh, okay. That is a nice combo. That does work. They get to sacrifice the food they made to kill Ygra. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the bottom of my library in case I draw the other Heaped Harvest, because that does allow me to shuffle. Sure. Nocturnal Hunger, that's also fine. Okay, there you go to 1. We've got infinite life here. Can start stacking the bottom of my deck with at least a couple more times with the Harvester. And again, the Heaped Harvest will help shuffle all those in. Let's shuffle in Duo and... or not shuffle, but put on the bottom Duo and Consumed by Greed, maybe? Okay, so they have to have 2 removal spells in hand for this to go poorly here. They have another Eddy Mark Crab? Okay. Okay, that does work. Sure. No attacks. Okay, draw 3. So this is actually a nice little combo between the Harvester and the Heaped Harvests. Shuffling. I'll have to keep that in mind for future games here. Getting back Share Pot maybe to try to find removal. If I find a removal spell here, I do win. I don't know if I have another one though. I used Hunger. I don't have a Saver. I don't have the 5 mana removal. I don't have a fight spell. What do they choose? Share Pot is my guess. Yep. Let's get back removal spell. Get back removal spell. Let's get this guy. And is there anything else I'd want to draw? I mean, the duo seems fine as well. That is not a removal spell. And I guess I can trade the Daggerfang duo here. Okay, this game got interesting here. There were a couple top decks away, but the Eddie Mark Crab got them back into this. The third or the second? The second. Anything else I'd be willing to draw? Another duo. Another duo. Maybe just those two? Okay, now they got all the food in the world. And I think that's all I want to put. I mean, I guess I could put a cash grab, but I don't think I need the cash grab necessarily. Let's just go to my turn, and there we go. That is the shuffle machine. All right, and we have successfully shuffled the deck. And now we just keep fighting it. This draft could end up being like 3 hours long. You know more than I do because you can see the length of this video, but based on where I'm at, this could go for a long time. I think we have 5 lands left in the deck. We have 2 Uncharted Havens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that could destroy several different things. Probably the Harvester. Yeah. Okay, that happens. $11, $12, so 5 lands left. 3 basics and 2 Uncharted Havens here. They have successfully stabilized, though, so, I mean, we do need some help. I mean, basically every card I put back into the deck would be fine to draw. What are they named? Frog? Yeah. Alright, I mean, the share pot makes this annoying because they also have a food to pay for Yigra, so maybe this isn't going to work out here. We got them to 1, and they stabilized pretty good. The share pot can kill basically anything we're doing. any creature top deck. I mean, they've got, what do they got, 7 plus 9? Yeah, that won't do it. Okay, well, I mean, they could deal 16 points of damage to us, so we're dead in 2 turns here. That is not how I saw this going. I wonder if there's a way I could have played that differently. That's kind of concerning. One more land off the top and we're dead. And even if we draw a creature off the top, we're dead because of the share pot. So, I don't know what we can draw here. Yeah, I mean, it puts them to 2, but this, they just kill it and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're at 13 here, so that'll do it. Wow. Cannot say I expected that to go the way it did. Alright, they missed lethal, so I'll take that. So is there anything else we can do now that they missed lethal? Is there another glide dive duo we have in the deck? I can't remember if we have 2, but that won't even do it because they still got the food. So this is 9, 10, 11. This is 13. Alright, I will take Missed Lethal, that's fine with me. Well, if they didn't see it last turn, then do I have an out this turn? If I Banishing Light their Wolverine and then block their Warden, I go to 1. That's technically an out. If I try to Banishing Light their food, they're just going to sack it in response. If I try to attack, I then die on the backswing. This thing has a reach as well, so I can't even attack. I guess if they don't see the share pot, again, this is the only thing I can do here. Assuming they missed that line. Let's see if they see it this time. They're hovering over it now. Alright, they did see it. There you go. Okay, well, we did in fact lose this one, strangely enough. As far ahead as we were, 1 is not 0. So we're going to have to try to tighten anything I can up for the next couple games here. Okay, basically the exact same hand as last turn. If we can find the green, we're on the draw, we've got the grotto. I mean, it's very slow, but as long as we're not going against up a bunch of 1-drops. There's the 1-drop. Let's do green. Alright, green-white. Maybe this will be a quick 0-2 here. Got a little greedy with this keep, but you know, most of the time they don't have 1-drops. Alright, you can't have that many decisions to make. Just hit me in the face and move on with your life. Okay, no play. That's good. We did draw a 2-drop, so that's not horrible. Osteomancer Adept. Sure. That way next turn I can Heaped Harvest. And then go from there. Okay, that's 2-3. Think I'm gonna get a black. Can't attack. Land next turn lets us play. Okay, so they clearly have some sort of combat trick. Could be Crumb and Get It, because that would let this eat that here. Stocking the Pantry. Sure. Missed land drop. Sure. So this gets you an 0-4. I think I'm going to play Builder's Talent and sack the Harvest here. I could play the Adept. Here comes the train, making its presence known. Thank you. And if they would like to use Crumb and Get It to kill my 0-4, I'm fine with that. Oh, they've got the +1/+3 High Stride. Okay. If they want to use that to kill my 3-tree mascot, I think that's also fine. Oh, they just messed up. That's also fine. All of these things are fine. They did it post blocks. Head of the Homestead. Yep, you get some creatures. Go get a green here. Don't block. So I think I can upgrade Builder's Talent, play Heaped Harvest, and play the Adept here. It's pretty good. Sure, let's do that. Play the Harvest, get a counter on our 0-4, I think. Take action. And start to hopefully go wide enough. This triggers Builder's Talent as well. If we do this, we can get back a Heaped Harvest, which would trigger it again. I'm also fine trading the Adept for the Druid here. They don't have much else going on outside of the Druid. Okay. And okay. Alright, they're going wide. I don't think I need to Banishing Light anything necessarily. So let's actually go 1, 2, 3. Check out what's going on here. That doesn't seem great on rate, although the Harvester... I don't think this game is coming down to decking. But I think it's a fine enough card to draw. So I'll take it. Play the duo. No attacks. And as long as they don't draw a rabbit response, I think we're okay. Stock in the pantry hasn't done a whole lot. I guess they do actually have attacks with their stoat here. Oh, with everything. Okay. I guess I kill as much of their board as I can before they draw the rabbit response. Ooh, what a card. Forgot about you. I'm going to hold back here. I think if I can go wide enough and just really make sure I don't accidentally die to a random rabbit response off the top, I think I'll be okay. I might need to Banishing Light their Heirloom Epic. That is a card that could help them get back into it currently. Consumed by Greed makes them sack the Stoat. Give them a card and I can get back the Adept, maybe? Let's start by doing this. I think I am going to get the Heirloom Epic here. Put the counter... I guess we'll put it here. Go to combat. Got the removal. I've got the food sacrifice. I can make them sacrifice Brightblade Stoat at instant speed here. Okay, I'd rather do this now. So do I gift them a card to get back a creature here? I don't think I need that. So let's not gift the card. I don't want them to top deck some crazy green-white rare or something. Sure. You get back an Heirloom Epic, but it might be too little too late. Baker's Bane Duo gets a trigger here. Do I want to trigger again? I could get back Banishing Light. Is that lethal? They chump. They chump. Takes. No, it's not quite lethal yet to get back to Banishing Light, so I don't know if I want to. Get back a Heaped Harvest. Put another counter. Yeah, I might just save this for next turn. fine. Ooh, stocking the pantry, doing something. Here we go. Oh, I get to draw them a card now. That might keep them alive, maybe? Okay. That's cute. Certainly cute. I see what you're doing. Vine Reap Mentor, put the counter on the duo. Let's do this. I guess get back Banishing Light here. Sure. They have to chump that, and if they block that, they die to the others. So that should work. And that would be lethal. Alright, we did get there with that one. Yigra has an 18-18. So we will take it. Alright, we're up first, and we do have all three colors of mana, as well as a Heaped Harvest, or a Daggerfang duo, depending on what we need to do on 3, and we are on the play this time. So we're starting with Haven on white, because I do have the other colors, and Harvest will help us get the rest of those colors here. Forgot about Scales of Shale in this deck. I think this is the first deck, all format, I've included this card. Hopefully it helps us kind of stabilize with lifelink here later in this game. I don't know if I have any lizards. This is technically a lizard, so, I mean, does work with the scales here. Well, I'm not under pressure. I guess I can afford to do this? Or should I do Mascot and this one? I think I'm going to do Mascot and this one. That way next turn if I draw a land, I can do this and something else. So let's do this. I'll be fine just trading it off as well. So let's pass the turn. I do have Scales of Shale. I don't really feel like I need to use it right now. Alright, if they have Valiant, they're going to start hitting me for a good bit here. Yikes. I guess now I can use Scales of Shale on the Trapper. Gains me some life. They could have the +1/+0 if you have a mouse, but that won't do much. So let's go here. I don't think there's a 1-mana deal 1 in this format. I gain life back up to 20. I kill their mouse trapper, but Mabel could just die to Nocturnal Hunger. Alright, I think I'm gonna take it this slow, considering I'm still at 20 here. I think they've got +1/+0, that mouse card. So I'm going to crack the Heaped Harvest, and then next turn, see which one of these I need to do. This also gives me life. This gives haste, doesn't it? Gosh, such a problem. Gives our mice +1/+0. Okay, so gosh, I can't deal with this thing. Even if I kill the Mabel here. No blocks. Sack this, get a green. Alright, now I've got 6 mana here. So I'm going to Daggerfang Duo and Nocturnal Hunger. Probably just Nocturnal Hunger the Mabel and then block the Thistledown players here. Although this, gosh, this giving haste is just really annoying. Sure, I can still block that. Although they're going to give +1/+0 and trample here, I think. Let's go to blockers, block here, block here. Attempt to kill Mabel. The +1/+0 and trample doesn't do much right now. It just kind of cycles. So this dies. Uncharted Haven. Let's just do that. Put Haven on black, I guess. And cast the duo here. +1/+1 Vigilance, Trample, Haste. So, yeah, this is hard to deal with. I guess a Banishing Light would deal with it. If I can find that. Okay, give it here. 4/4 haste. Oh, 6/4 haste. Yeah, can't block that. It's not horrible. So this is going to give me another food. If I put both counters here, it's a 5/5. They use their +1/+0 when I block here. Conversely, I make this into a 2/6, and it does effectively block that. So let's actually put both here. And just, again, make sure I don't die. Oh, I'm stupid. This attacks as a 6-powered creature anyway. Because of the Brambleguard Captain. So that didn't really do what I wanted it to do. So, I guess I'm double blocking. Okay, here comes +1/+0, Might of the Meek. That's okay. Do they have 2 of them? I knew they had the 1. It looks like they have 2. Alright. Can't do anything about them having 2 of them there. I knew they had the 1. Probably should have gotten white. Nah, I don't really even need to get the white there. That's perfect. What could I get back? A heaped harvest. And that's it. Gives me a counter here. Counter doesn't really matter. Gives me more food, I guess. I mean, I'm thinning my deck hard. I'm just gonna keep trading, I guess. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 4 lands left here. If I can fade them drawing a creature a couple turns in a row, I mean, chances are I'm not going to be drawing lands. Okay, that's another creature. They got multiple ways to give it haste, other creatures haste here. Ugh. Yeah. Again, I don't think I really have a reason to be milling cards anymore, so let's say no and end the turn, and just have to hope we top deck better than them, although they're in a much better spot than we are right now. Yeah, this Heartfire hero is going kind of crazy. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we have to take a lot of damage here. That's probably enough, I think. Yeah, we have to take 16 from that, and then an additional 4. Alright, well, they got us. They did top deck better than we did there. We thinned our deck out of almost every single land, but was not enough. The Mabel with the artifact. Too difficult to beat. On the draw once again, and our hands have not made it easy for us. I think they're keeps, but these are not easy keeps. They're not snap keeps. That's for sure. I think in 3 of the 4 of our games, it's been like 2 off-color lands and a bunch of 3-drops. But hopefully don't go up against Mabel. I mean, if we go up against other late-game decks, I think we win pretty easily, but that has not been the case so far. Would love to draw a forest in the next 2 cards here. Not exactly, but we do have cards we can actually cast now. Starlit Soothsayer. That's going to punch in for some damage. Here's the green. The Consumed by Greed can get the Soothsayer here if we really needed it to, unless they play a 4-drop. No, no 4-drop. We do not have a lot of reach in our deck. We do have the Harvester. That's kind of a form of reach. So which of these 3s do I want to cast? Another duo. Let's play the Harvester. It threatens to hold back their Soothsayer as well. And if they go to kill that, that's probably fine. Okay, that doesn't hold it back. Now the Consumed by Greed can hit that. They're surveilling away, that's for sure. Okay, do this on green. And I guess we just Consumed by Greed, nothing to get back here. So I'm just gonna do this now in the event that they draw some sort of way to get around that there. Don't know what that could have been, but... Ooh, that is a card. It's a very good one at that. Yikes. These are going to be 3/3s next turn. Okay, that's an issue. I need to find... basically exactly Banishing Light to get rid of this. Yikes. 1, 2, and 3. Banishing Light and a land. Consumed by Greed doesn't really do it. I got rid of both Consumed by Greeds. The only other thing I could think is drawing the 2-mana class, what is it? Builder's Talent, and milling Banishing Light to put that on the Caretaker's Talent. So do I want to mill? Sure. There it was, right on top. Oof. That's brutal. That is brutal. And they drew a combat trick. I mean, I have to call their bluff on it. So play your Crumb and get it, I guess? Saber. Sonar Strike. Anything. Alright. This is all working out in their favor here. Ooh, another land. Perfect. This is more like, this draft right here is more like how Bloomburrow goes here on the channel. Last draft, if you were new here on the last draft, don't get used to that. That's not really how this works. We like to lose here in Bloomburrow. That is par for the course for us. Bandit's Talent now going to take away the game too, so I mean, I don't have ways to get rid of both of these. At this point, it's probably the Bandit's Talent that's more of an issue, so... Yeah, I lose 2 life. Drawing more lands. Go ahead. Okay, down goes that. No good blocks. Can't really block here, so looks like we're facing down a 1 and 3. Drawing all the lands, milled exactly the card I said I needed to. Alright, 1 and 3 with this deck. Was this deck worthy of a 1 and 3? In my opinion, always no. But here we are, staring it down. I mean, it was a bit of a messy build. You know, we had the builder's talent. It actually did some good work throughout. We had 3 Baker's Bane duos, the Adept, Fine Reap Mentor, some removal, some life gain, more removal, death touching creatures, removal, bomb. I think the deck is actually pretty good. The record says otherwise. So we got 4 drafts left of this format, and we're going to hope that we can get through them nice and quick. That's about where I'm at. So thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.